Cool. We can finally talk about this. So, should the San Antonio Spurs go after Killian Hayes? I have an answer for it.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
All right. So, big shout out, okay, to a specific person. All right. I usually don't do this, but this is a special occasion. So, I saw a comment here, and it's from Shazam9896. I want everyone to say welcome. Welcome, Shazam. Okay. However you want to say it. If you want to say, what up, Shazam? Hi, Shazam. Welcome to the family. Whatever you want to say, because he's special. Because Shazam actually came from Reddit. And we all know that Reddit absolutely hates me. But somehow, some way, he got on Reddit. He asked them, hey, is there anyone I should check out that's on YouTube? And they recommended Clan. So cool. Thank you, man. Thank you for giving me a chance. But yeah, I have some history of Reddit, and it's not good history. Okay, they don't talk very highly of me, and it's kind of frustrating. Reddit's dumb sometimes. So big shout out to you. So yeah, we actually have a Redditor here. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. So Killian Hayes. Three teams that could actually use Killian Hayes on the buyout market. We don't care about the other two. We only care about the Spurs. So they put the Spurs here. They said much has been said already about Victor Wembanyama and the lack of playmaking around him, whether his teammates ignoring him, which I don't think teammates necessarily ignore him. I think that they just don't see him, which I know it's insane, okay? But hey, when you have 7-foot guys in front of you, sometimes it is hard to see, and that's a talent level as well. You know, they don't have really great anticipation. The best passer on the team is Trey Jones, maybe Zach Collins, who can see over the defense for the most part, and Sohan's in there somewhere, maybe top three. I would say top three. Devin Vassell's a pretty good pass too. He's been getting better at that. Okay, I'm rambling. All right, so as far as Killian Hayes, I'll just dive into that. All right, we don't have to read this article. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? So I was just looking at our roster. Okay, first and foremost, my answer is yes. All right, spoiler. Yes. See, my cat got very excited at that. She got very excited at that news. Yes. Heck yes. Any form in which you can bring him in, you do it. Now, my ideal scenario is to go ahead and have him on a two-way, but I know that that's not possible. And he is ready, like he can play, but he just needs a team that's a little more structured. I was talking to Swish about this because I'll be honest in saying that I didn't watch a bunch of Pistons games. I don't even think Pistons fans watched a bunch of Pistons games. But I did keep up with Killian Hayes because he was constantly a name out there in which, hey, can the Spurs go after this guy? Would they go after this guy? And we all knew that it wasn't working, and we all knew that Pistons and the way that they drafted was really dumb. Just constantly getting guard after guard after guard after guard, not necessarily making it beneficial for Killian Hayes at all, because he's the type of player that needs shooters around him. Now, if he comes to San Antonio, doesn't mean that fixes that problem, okay? He doesn't have a bunch of shooting weapons around him, but one thing that he does do that I think the Spurs could help him with is that he plays quite fast, way too fast for his own good. And there's one player in particular that does that, or did that, and much better at it, is Blake Wesley. You know, that's the only reason why I would sit back and say, hey, allow him to develop in the G League. But he is good enough to just play actual NBA games, and I understand that. So this is what I would do. Okay, just me personally, this is what I do. So Chetty Osman, I love Chetty. Okay, I do. I love Chetty. But he is on an expiring contract. He is in, where's Graham? Okay, Graham isn't on an expiring contract. So what I would do, I would try my best to just think about, is it a possibility to buy out Chetty? Would we just do that? Just screw it and buy him out, and then go ahead and sign your boy to an actual contract. I mean Killian Hayes, that is. Or I would do it with Devontae Graham, which would actually make a little bit more sense because Chetty Osman is in a position that we kind of need it for the rest of the season, right? Like, we're going to be even more ugly than we are right now. So maybe just buy out Devontae Graham. I don't think we're getting much utility out of him. I don't know if the Spurs will be able to trade him. If you trade him, it'll probably be with a package. But here's the thing, okay? I would just go ahead and do it with Devontae Graham and just buy him out, keep Chetty, because at the end of the day, maybe at the end of this season, you would get more out of a Killian Hayes if you were like if you had to trade him, then you would Devontae Graham. I think any day. Now, don't get me wrong, they had a hard time moving him, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, okay? So don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the Spurs at least looked into trading Devontae Graham and couldn't really get anything. But I just have a feeling that Killian Hayes playing with the Spurs, he'll start to look a little bit better. And if the Spurs aren't necessarily bought in on him by 2025, where that's the draft where we're going to get a lot of good point guards, then they will be able to trade him. We will make him look better. We will help him make him look better. But right now, yeah, he just doesn't have structure. That team is constructed ridiculously. I don't know how he could have been successful. But the good news is he can defend. He's an okay three-point shooter. Actually, hold on. We'll go as far as three-point shooting. I think if it's wide open, he's okay. Yeah, it's not going to show it up in the stats. But if it's an open shot, he's decent. But yeah, he's just on a team where he can't really utilize his skills. And even yet and still, every now and then you get a taste of it, right? Like you have when he got 12 assists against us, or 7 assists against the Kings, or 9 assists in this last game against the Kings. Dang, Kings. And, you know, 8 assists against Minnesota. So like he has these spans where he plays pretty well and then he just kind of falls apart. So just me personally, I don't think that he's trash. I don't think that he's garbage. I won't even go as far as to say he's a bust. I know that he was in the same draft as Devin Vassell and your boy Tyrese Halliburton, and I know that that's going to be over his head. But he is a good playmaking talent. He just needs to be with a team that can give him a little bit more structure. The other question would be also with Dom Barlow, because I personally really want Dom Barlow to get an actual contract. And I will prioritize Dom Barlow over anything. That's why I'm just hoping that what the Spurs could possibly do. Well, I guess you wouldn't have to do this if you just go ahead and waive Devontae Graham. But I was going to say, like, maybe waive David Duke, give Killian Hayes a two-way, and then you go ahead and sign Dom Barlow to a contract. That's what I would love to do. But, hey, maybe Killian would get more utility or more usage and more growth if he were just to play with the Spurs. But I would love for them to bring him in, at least see how things go for the rest of the season, go into next season. And at that point, he's going to look better. Like, there's no way the Spurs will, like, you're going to look really terrible, really bad. You're going to be under a system. And if we sit back and kind of similar to the DeJounte Murray situation, and obviously teams have shown this now, and I've been saying this forever, way before he was ever traded from the San Antonio Spurs. You know, teams will look at it and say, "Oh, wow, he's pretty good. He's pretty decent." But hey, he just looks good, or looks better, because of the structure that he's in, and hopefully that will be the same thing with Killian Hayes. As of right now, no one wants DeJounte Murray because he's not in a structure that makes him look better than what he is. But anyways, moving on, I did want to show this. So if anybody is not really high on getting Killian Hayes, this is the top 5 fourth-year players in playmaking talent. So he, in his class, he is up there. Okay, they went ahead and ranked, and B-Ball Index is great, and they ranked him right behind LaMelo Ball. So I'm not mad at that whatsoever. So guys, just let me know what you think. That's just how I see. It's like people like Killian Hayes. Gosh, they're so mean towards Killian Hayes, man. And I know he looked terrible. You know, like I said, I didn't watch a lot of Pistons games, but I would tune in every now and then when, you know, because of Killian Hayes, try to see what's going on, and Kate Cunningham, see what's going on over there. And he would look bad, but there are spans where it's like, dude, I don't know what else he could do on this team. You know, like I don't know. He needs some type of development, and the Pistons are not the ones to do it, and they just have too many guards. I mean, the way they drafted was so dumb. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Sorry, I rambled quite a bit. There was a lot of uhs and ums in there. Just still trying to get my thoughts together on this. But anyways, simple answer: yes. No matter what, you don't really have much to lose. Who cares? I mean, Devontae Graham, I don't see him getting any more playing time. I don't see him developing more with the Spurs or anything like that. I think that ship is kind of sailed. Not to say he's bad or anything. I think he'll be fine on another team, but with us, that's not really what we're looking for right now. And with Killian Hayes kind of having a very similar issue that Blake Wesley had in regards to just playing too fast, I think him coming to the San Antonio Spurs will be ideal for his career, and it will really help him and thus help us, because he is a good playmaker, good defender. So it'll be nice. Anyways, get with you guys later, man. Until next time, bye.